Any preacher attacking Ebuka songs is an antichrist. Take it from me again, I repeat myself. Any preacher, anyone who climbs on the altar and the message he is about to preach is to attack Ebuka songs or to attack any other musician or a preacher attacking another preacher, that preacher is an antichrist. Take it from me. I am speaking from the depth of the spirit, and I am telling you as Jesus has revealed to me, because he will not send a preacher against another preacher. He will not send you to correct another preacher in the open, or where you now climb a podium, begin to sing someone's song and say that musician, and begin to preach about someone and say this preacher. You call their names. If you had used it as an example, for example, if you're a musician, don't do this, don't say this, then we understand this. But as far as calling out the musician's name, calling out the preacher's name, that is the spirit of antichrist. Anti means against, Christ means Jesus Christ. You are antichrist. That is an antichrist. The spirit of an antichrist playing out. Since when have we seen Daddy Kumuyi in this behavior? Since when have we seen Daddy Oyedepo in this kind of behavior? Since when have we seen this great man, Daddy Chris Oyakilome, in this kind of behavior? You know, the new generation of preachers, the new generation of apostles, the new generation of preachers we have, not all per se, not all. We tend to quickly go to the altar to preach against our fellow self. Remember the prophecy I released just few days back. I said it will get to a level where they will be calling names. Take a look at this. Just take a look at this and come back immediately. Pastors, bishops, apostles, prophets will begin to fight each other. What a message I received, what I saw, it's an I saw. What I am telling you is that the level at which is about to happen, it had not happened before, in a manner with which we have not seen before. In fact, as a matter of fact, you will even see them calling names. Before, they never used to call names. The dragon from the midst has gotten to a point and a level where he will push this man of God. Instead of man of God to become a brother to another man of God, they will begin to fight each other. Do you know what is happening? When this had happened, just know that the devil has struck the shepherd, and when the devil strikes the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. Now take a look at this scripture, the book of Matthew chapter 12 verse 25. It says, knowing their thoughts, he said to them, every kingdom divided against itself is laid waste, and no city or house divided against itself shall stand. If Christianity divides against Christianity, the one championing that division is an antichrist. It doesn't matter the level of exegesis you carry. It doesn't matter the level of spiritual understanding you have. It doesn't matter how you can divide and scatter the scripture. Most of these people in Mike, they happen to be so sound in their university days. They happen to be so elaborate in speaking. They happen to be so eloquent that when they speak, you will lose your stamina. When they talk, you will lose your stamina. Imagine a scholar in the university. By the time he opens two scriptures and adds together, you will say that this is sent from God. Now, that is not what makes you a genuine preacher. That is not what makes people a genuine preacher. Character is needed on the altar. Character not to attack a fellow apostle. Character to know when to. Even as a prophet, there are some things we receive. We don't say it on the altar. We say, wait for me. After the service, I want to talk with you. Now, these great preachers who are attacking other preachers, these great preachers, especially the ones attacking Ebuka song, I know you have a system that can summon Ebuka to your office. I know you have a system that can summon other preachers to your office. I know you have a system that can summon these young ones who are doing well in the music industry to your office, and you tell them, see this thing you did on the altar, I watched it online, I don't want you to repeat this. They will hear from you. But you going on the altar to say it, you are portraying three spirits. One, the spirit of antichrist. Two, the spirit of hatred. Three, the spirit of enmity. I know how sound you are. I know how indoctrinated you are. I know how far you have been in this business. So it will be something of a joke Facebook, you watching a young child like this, or a young boy, a young prophet like this correcting you. You may not listen to me, but let the Spirit of God speak to you. Search in depthly, you will know that it is wrong to stay on the altar and call out Ebuka, and stay on the altar and call out other preachers, and stay on the altar. At most you can say, for example, but calling out these young ones, calling out the preacher's name, calling out their congregation, singing their song to tell the world that this is what I am talking. Now, if the world is fighting Christian musicians, we as the preachers are the one to shield them, but indirectly we are the one fighting them for the world to laugh at us. Psalm 133 verse 1 says, how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell in unity, when Christians dwell in unity, when brothers. Now for instance, Jesus had 12 apostles, 12 disciples. Peter was strong-hearted. Peter was anger personified. Judas loved money, yet Jesus was giving him money to hold. Was there any day, sermon on the mount or sermon anywhere, that Jesus used Peter? I said, for instance, Peter is so angry, I was talking to him that I will go to Jerusalem where I will be crucified. He dragged me back and he rebuked me, and I rebuked the devil in him. When did you see Jesus talk about him when he was preaching to the sinners? When did you see Jesus telling the world about Judas, who was a criminal? Jesus saw him that he's a criminal. Jesus never preached against him, preached about him. We are the ones preaching even against the disciples of Jesus. Now imagine if Jesus was on earth when this was happening, then Jesus will make Peter a sermon, Jesus will make Judas a sermon, Jesus will make Philip a sermon, Jesus will make all of his disciples a sermon, because each and every of them had a character that would have made Jesus to chase them away. But how lovely it is for brethren to dwell in unity. Pastor A, stop attacking Pastor B. Pastor C, now you are no longer attacking pastors. You are done attacking pastors. Now you are focused now on attacking the young musicians who God is raising to change the generation. Let me tell you, there are people that my prophecy cannot take to heaven. There are people that your preaching cannot take to heaven. There are people that your exegesis cannot take to heaven. There are people that only songs, the song I am a soldier, can take to heaven. But you condemn the song, you condemn the lyrics, you condemn the genre, you condemn the person as a whole. You have also forgotten that in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 20, that the scripture says, to the Jews I became like a Jew to win the Jews. To those under the law I became like one under the law, though I myself am not under the law, so I can win them. You may say the lyrics of the song is not godly, the tempo, the beat, the genre is reggae, they should not sing it in church. You have forgotten that Paul says to the Jew, he is like a Jew, he acts like one of them, so he might win them. God gives them this song, this generation. God gives them what the generation appeals to, just to bring them. You can imagine, I hear, oh, Ebuka song, the one that sang I am a soldier, is coming to that church close to me. I must go there. And after enjoying that song, God speaks to the pastor makes an altar call, my spirit is arrested, I begin to serve God. But you are condemning that lyrics, you are condemning the style, you are condemning their hairstyle, you are condemning the whole being, you are condemning the personality. That is not the gospel of Jesus Christ. That is antichrist playing on the altar, and people will be cheering you while you are doing it, because of your prowess, because of your eloquence, because you can't miss any tense, because you speak more than those who have the truth in their mouth. Hear me, you are hearing me. Stop stop the message of antagonism, stop the message of enmity. God has already shown me that pastors will attack pastors, apostles, but it has graduated to people now attacking young musicians. What if Ebuka songs was singing in club? What if he was singing in discos? What if he was singing a worldly song? You will still be preaching against him that is singing a worldly song. Now he is a Christian musician, you are still attacking him. Anyone attacking Ebuka song, any preacher attacking preachers, any preacher correcting another preacher on the altar, when you have a system through which you can write them or invite them to speak to them, that person is an antichrist. Look at Baba Kumuis, Baba Oyedepos, Adeboyes. They hardly call names of other preachers on the altar. The generation of preachers we are raising now, may God help us. This is Pastor Mark Miracle, Prestige Gospel Center, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. I love you so much.